Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the week of September 11th, and today I'm coming to you from Belgium. The training camp in London is over. We took a 2-hour drive to the airport in London traffic, hopped on a plane, 1-hour flight to Belgium, so the international flight took longer than the drive to the airport. And quick little trip to Belgium. Only 1 hour time difference over here, so we're pretty much acclimatized. However, I did wake up at 4 in the morning for some reason today, but it's okay because I got to get a little nap in between our sessions. We had our first official training session this morning. Just did a light stretch out, and the second session is going to be in the evening in a couple hours. So exciting times. Podium training tomorrow, so it's quite a quick turnaround. Last year we had 2 podium training sessions, but this year it's kind of straight into it. So yeah, you'll see in the weekly focus, I decided to take it easy. No mock comps. I think I did do a couple of routines here and there, but the shoulder was hurting. My whole being felt quite tired from the last weeks of intense training. I was doing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 6 apparatus, and still having some energy left in the tank to throw stuff on Saturdays. So I've done a lot of training. Unfortunately, not as many HIIT routines as I would have liked, but I feel like in my case, because I am biting off a little bit more than I can chew with the difficulty I'm putting onto my routines, I like to challenge myself. I think my build-ups are always quite inconsistent, and that's just the kind of athlete I am. I'd rather get the high of achieving something that I have a slim chance of achieving, rather than making a routine that I know that I can do. But yeah, you'll notice the energy was quite low. Wasn't too many exciting things going on, but you know what was exciting? The WGA Cash Cup 2. For those that watched it, you would have seen I got on the P-Bars podium again at 2nd place. I think that's I think that was a $400 Canadian prize money. I entered all 6, and I think I placed in the top 10 on quite a few. Definitely high bar. I even think I was in the top 10 on vault maybe. But yeah, I forget. Got slammed on floor, slammed on horse. But yeah, I think floor, me and Daniel had some time deductions, so that was pretty funny to see the commentators ripping into Team New Zealand with the time deductions. Top change the wrong way. I have discovered that I am unable to top change my wrong way. So this day, obviously, I figured it out, and I was actually having a lot of fun just going to handstand and then falling back down the same way from which I kicked up. I'm sure it's a drill most young athletes have done, but somehow I never did it. I never did this drill, and I think it might help me towards getting my quast to catch earlier. But back to floor. Yeah, the timing is definitely the last thing on our mind. Daniel wasn't in full shape. He had just come back from a holiday / vacation, so he was just trying to get through the routine. And in my case, doing floor last has just been so difficult. I'm in the same sort of mind. Like, I would rather just land on my feet rather than try to get things done on time and land on my butt in the end. But it was good that the commentators brought it up, because obviously at Worlds that's going to be a biggie. You don't want to take 0.5 time deduction. So I'm gonna see how podium goes, and make a judgment call, make an evaluation, see what routine will be the smartest to do. But so far so good. I finished the funny Brett Schneider video. So I'll probably upload the Brett Schneider video maybe even before this one. It's just going to be a minute long, and then you'll see it all again in next week's training week. I'm going to combine my 2 days in New Zealand with the 3 days we spent in London, just into one whole training week to make it easier. But here we are. I can't believe I'm here. All this long build up, and we're finally at the World Championships. So yeah, WGA was stacked. You had Carlo Mancini on high bar. You had a lot of the athletes from Stanford. Pretty much most of Canada's national team was on it. So it's going to be a really competitive event now, which obviously makes it a lot more difficult to get into the top three, but makes it all the more fun to compete against, you know, the athletes that are some of the greatest athletes in the world. You would have seen Sam Marshall, who is actually coached by David Colvin down at Olympia in Christchurch. Sam submitted 2 new skills, and one of them got a D value, and it didn't look too hard. It's like I think they called it a half zone in like its technical definition, but the name was given the Marshall, and it's a D. And I reckon that I'm gonna give it a try, and if it goes well, could put it into my next WGA set. Reading the WGA rules a little bit more, the Gaylord skills are upgraded quite a lot. Not necessarily the Pagan. I think Pagan is upgraded 1 value. I could be wrong, but I think the Tuck, Pike, Straddle, Gaylord, my skill, the Kudinov, they're all upgraded 2 values. And now remember, in the WGA, there's no rules behind how many releases from the same family you can do. So I was thinking, well, what if I get back my Pike Gaylord and do like a straddle? That would be unique. A straddle, a pike, and a tuck. If I get in really good shape, maybe even a straddle, a pike, and a pike. That would be pushing the limit for sure, but that would create some serious difficulty. Get that Kudinov back in there. Kudinov, pike, straddle. Oh man, imagine Kudinov, straddle, pike, tuck. Nah, that would be too much. 5 Gaylords in 1 turn. But yeah, something along the lines could definitely bump up my start score so that I could compete with Mancini and Felix Dolce. Milad as well. I think Milad rounded up the top 3. So you pretty much had a, you know, World Cup high bar final, pretty much a World Championships pommel horse final. Pommel horse was stacked. So yeah, I'm really happy for WGA that it's popping off, and I hope that it continues to grow. Imagine if it becomes like a CrossFit prize pool. I think some of the CrossFit prize pools, like in their biggest competition of the year, are in the hundreds of thousands. So, hey, it's up to us to get it there, you know. So all we can do now is submit our routines, pay the fee, don't take the free route. Even though I think the free route might be gone in the next ones. But yeah, I paid the 30, it's only 30 Canadian to enter, just to keep supporting it. I did finish up with, I think, almost 3k New Zealand in the first WGA, so the least I could do was just give back a measly little 30 quid. Oh man, I was feeling tired doing my routine on the air track. How low can you go, fam? How low can you go doing your World Championships build up on an air track? And still landing on your ass. Landing on your ass on the air track. Oh my god. Oh, look at the shame. Look at the shame. I think I did it again. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. Hey, what a stick. Stick on the air track. You don't see that every day. Yeah, better than, I think, doing your layout routine is one thing on the floor, but if I'm actually doing my tumbles, I'm working quite hard to get that rotation around. Plus, because I'm only doing a double pike from 4 steps and the layout double front from 3 steps, it is making me work pretty much to capacity to get them onto my feet, which is the same that I'd work on floor. The air track can actually get quite solid if you pump it up to the limit. It gets pretty hard. It's just not as hard on the joints. Pommel horse has been my enemy in the last few weeks. Man, it hurts. man, it hurts. Definitely not looking forward to doing Yamawakis and horse routine tomorrow at podium training. Think I'll do a little bit on those too, but we only have a 2.5 hours in our main session today, so we're gonna have to be pretty quick. I'm planning on touching all 6. See what happens. Might have to do just a really quick couple of turns on horse, rings and vault, and then give myself a bit more time for P-bar, high bar, floor. It was good to reconnect with some of the athletes today. Had chats with Bart Derlu, Stone, otherwise known as Shek from Hong Kong. Me and him have been friends since the very first Worlds in 07, but I think me and Stone met at 2006 Pacific Alliance, now called the Pacific Rim. It used to be every 2 years in Hawaii, only in Hawaii, but now it's kind of traveling all over the world. I think the 2021 was supposed to be in New Zealand, then COVID hit and that kind of fell through. I'm not sure, I think the next one is in Colombia. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the next Pacific Rim is in Colombia. So me and Stone met in 06 Pacific Rim. He was a junior doing handspring double front on vault, and that's, you know, that's looked upon highly in this day and age. But imagine, what is it, more than 15 years ago, a junior was doing handspring double front internationally. So he was already the vault goat back then. Talked a bit to Carlos Yulo. He's starting on floor in our subdivision 4. He speaks a bit of Japanese, but he speaks good English as well. And most of you probably know I speak pretty decent Japanese. Team China still hasn't shown up. Everybody was there today except China. Surely they'll make the second sesh today. Oh, it's going to be a busy sesh. Some of the P-bars were just completely barren bars, nothing on the bars. So there's been obviously a few groups since our first training session this morning. So hopefully the P-bars have gotten some honey and some chalk on them. Massive training halls. You'll get to see it all, I'm sure, as I keep posting my adventures. But the training halls are huge. Setup really reminds me of Rotterdam Worlds in 2010. One big sort of convention center, and the training halls are kind of divided. The men's and women's training halls are divided by don't know what to call them, divisors. You notice in those elbows, fam, those elbows are getting straighter. Definitely in the press. Too bad I can't hold a handstand this day. But the elbows in the press by itself are all good. Probably just a 0.1 in the Kip-L. Nothing much more to add. Nothing much to say. I don't think I did anything too exciting. I was really hoping to catch some releases, but yeah, that Casina's been giving me a little bit of worries. I haven't caught many at all. So we'll see if the World Championships vibe is going to give me a little bit of extra juice. See if I can get it, man, at least in podium training, if not today. I'm definitely going to do a couple today. If I could catch it, great. If not, definitely gonna have to go for the catch tomorrow, and then see if it's not the go. I might have to take it out. But deep inside, I really want to do the big routine. You know, got it all last year. Besides the Zoliman, took the Zoliman out, so it would be extra special to do a routine of that difficulty with the Zoliman, with commitment to legs. I played a game this day. How many sticks out of 5? How many sticks out of 5? You'll see that Jack on the air track watching me, cheering me on. Had good control this day. Have you seen his name is something Fumi on Insta? He stuck like 20 in a row. He sticks every single one in the competitions. It's insane. I don't know how you stick 20 Del Pikes in a row. Back at Ohio State, we used to have stick contests on Saturday morning training sessions, and I remember Sean Melton stuck like 6 in a row. I think my record was 4. But Melton he was popping off. I think we were dividing it up into two teams, and he had missed some, and he was pretty pissed off that he missed some, and he went back after the competition and stuck 6 double pikes in a row. Still remember it to this day. Not bad on those quests, huh? And maybe those top changes paid off. Unwilling to do the releases. Oh, Saturday, I went to my catch-up on Saturday. I almost caught with my neck. Bit of a scary one. Oh, now this clip coming up here. So, David Colvin has hooked me up with a company in Taiwan that can produce some croc charms, and I've always wanted to make gymnastics croc charms. You don't really see them, so Logan is making some designs for me, and we're gonna send that off to Thailand and maybe just start off with a couple of simple designs, order like, I don't know, 100 charms per design or something like that, and see if we can make a little company business out of it. Could help David finance his trips up to Auckland if he's still keen to coach my lazy gymnastics bottom. I'm just gonna say it, to coach my lazy ass. Nah, I'm not lazy. I've been working pretty hard lately. But yeah, that'll be good fun. Would you buy croc charms? Would you buy gymnastics croc charms? Let's say we have a cross croc charm, a planche, a flare, obviously a handstand, simple stuff like that. I can show you mine right here. I got like a whole bunch of them here. I've lost a bunch as well. I've lost one on this trip, but I like the old Dragon Ball Z ones. Got some Master Roshi, some Goku, some avocados, aliens, flames, headphones. You can pretty much create anything you want. Those aren't real charms, by the way. Those are off AliExpress, where you pay like, I don't know, $1 a charm. But real charms from the croc shop, I think, are about $11 or so US, so pretty expensive. Got a few in Hawaii when I went on the trip. So yeah, would you buy croc charms? Let us know down in the comments, because if it pops off, we could get more designs, and we could make some women's gymnastics croc charms, all sorts of stuff you can do. Yeah, I made the routine on the Friday. A bit scruffy obviously, but with with not too much adrenaline pushing me on, still managed to get through the whole thing. But yeah, nothing exciting really this week. Nothing too much to talk about. WGA was lit. What do you guys think of the WGA anyways? Do you think it's gonna turn into like a bigger comp than World Cups, as big as World Championships perhaps? Will it include Asian countries, China, Japan? Could what if it gets like bigger than Worlds? Because I mean, at World Champs, I don't know how many people know this, but you do get a little bit of money at World Cups. So I think it's like 800 or 1,000 Swiss francs for a World Cup first place. First place gets 1,000. So WGA is dishing out almost as much as a World Cup first place finish, which is ridiculous, because if you're looking at Paris World Cup, they got tens of thousands of people, I think. Well, maybe at least 10,000, I think, in the arena. So they're definitely making money. But the athletes are getting none of it. In fact, athletes in New Zealand are financing their own flights to these competitions. So World Championships, you get not much. I forget exactly. It used to be not even any prize money at all at World Champs, but now I think there is just a few $1,000s for first place, World Champion. I guess if you're winning the Olympics, you're not getting money, but you have a lot more chances of getting sponsorships and endorsements and things like that. Some of you might have seen Max Whitlock got a massive deal with Adidas. Gymnasts like Simone Biles probably get their millions as well, but those cases are slim to none. The average Joe athlete is you're definitely not making what other sports are making. And the WGA could be something to change that for the future generations, which is probably you guys, right? I think most people watching my channel are the future generations. I don't think there are many old people watching me do the same old stuff every single week. Looks like this is the Saturday, huh? So yeah, that's it. Enjoy watching me wipe myself out on my catcher right at the end. And yeah, got some time, so I'll catch up on the vlogs and see if I can get my creativity on. Thanks for watching. All the best. Till next time. There's Ethan. Peace. Oh, you heard? Can you hear me? Yeah. Oh, nice. All right. Peace.